Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity, because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I demand to be released on my own recognizance. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
When I talk, you listen.
We've got two absolutely wild sovereign citizen court hearings for you today. Brace yourselves because things get heated. First up, we have a guy who flat out refuses to give his name, insists he's an entity, and spirals into complete delusion right in front of the judge. It's like he skipped every basic law lesson and just made up his own rules on the spot. Seriously, I need to know, do you think this is confidence, confusion, or just pure chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's jump into this bizarre courtroom showdown.
Hold on. Mr. Strickland, can you hear me?
This is the judge.
Okay, Mr. Strickland.
Open the door.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
You don't want to hear me.
Sir, can you hear me?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity, because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I am executive of the name entity. That's who you're talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge. You see this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
You tell
I demand
me.
to be released on my own recognizance. I have a UCC1 here. I've laid claim to the name entity through the Secretary of State and the federal government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State, just
okay. Sir?
It's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and blood or the name entity.
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man or the name entity? I'm speaking
to both of y'all. I'm speaking to both of y'all at the same time. How about that?
I have to say, I'm really liking this judge. He's got some sharp wit. But man, these Zoom court hearings, they're a disaster. Defendants are just talking over the judge like it's an open mic night, straight up disrespecting him. There's zero order in this courtroom, like, can't we just mute this guy? Honestly, Zoom works fine for meetings, but for court, it's pure chaos. What do you guys think? Personally, I think court should only be done in person. There's just no control in these virtual hearings. All right, let's dive back into the madness.
Now, sir, I know you want me to release you.
Here it is.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Here.
Are you gonna let me talk? Sir?
Sir?
Are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down,
Don't
sir.
consent to this.
I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC1, everything.
If you don't, when I talk, you listen.
I am.
If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
But we already been through this. I am the executive of the account.
Okay. Have a good day, sir.
Let me know if you guys lost any brain cells from that first hearing, because I swear that guy was either mentally gone or just living in his own world. Anyway, let's move on to an even wilder sovereign citizen. This one is a real gem. She goes full drama mode, pulling the classic I don't understand act like it's some kind of magic get out of jail free card. Instead of just paying a simple traffic ticket, she decides to blow up on the judge. And trust me, it's all just for show. What do you guys think about this one? Let's dive in.
Ms. Phillips, please state your name.
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman. On the
Okay,
record and for the record, and let the record reflect. Can you guys hear me?
Very
It's saying I
loudly.
have an unstable connection. Okay. Just making sure.
So on October 9th, defendant was found in contempt of court. So that still stands. Ma'am, you can choose not to have counsel if you want, but you need to understand that you can get up to 90 days on the contempt of court matter. Do you understand that?
I do not understand any charges. I only understand universal law and the right to live in peace and to live as I intend to.
But given that she doesn't understand,
Was never let in, just like now. You administering the trust without consent?
I'm not going to be.
I'm having a bad connection. It's going in
I'm
and out.
not
I'm
going to
not
be
hearing nothing
releasing
you
the
all are
public
saying.
defender's office from this case because I don't think she fully understands the consequences of her actions, and so she will continue to have the public defender.
I don't
you,
need a public defender, Judge Washington.
Ma'am, I asked you a simple question and you did not answer the question in a way that makes me feel comfortable that you don't understand that you understand the laws of the state.
You
Properly
all are speaking legalese. You all are speaking legalese. For me to say I understand the charges gives you all permission to administer the trust.
Okay.
I don't understand the charges.
Which is why you will not.
And I do not need counsel. I don't need representation.
Your request is denied, ma'am. You will have representation. All right. Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client wants to do?
Oh my goodness. This is
the charges?
You cannot make me have an attorney.
Well, actually, I can, ma'am.
Like, this is insane.
Well, I don't think it's me that's being insane.
I seriously cannot stand these Zoom court hearings. Like, what even is this? The judge's only way to handle the chaos is by throwing out sharp comebacks. And honestly, I don't blame her. At this point, what has the courtroom even turned into? At one point, the judge appoints this woman an attorney, and instead of being grateful, she just starts yelling at him. And guess what? No consequences. Zero. It makes no sense to me. I know I already went off about this, but these Zoom court hearings just tick me off. Anyway, let's get back to the rest of this mess.
I can handle my own affairs. I don't need your public defender. All I'm trying to do is get the case settled. That's all. This has been going on for so long. A waste of time and money, honestly.
Mr. Barnett, is there an offer?
There is an offer for the civil infraction and expired plate.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to go into a break-in with Ms. Phillips and explain that to her.
Right. I will let you do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Liba on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Ms. Phillips, could you unmute and state your name, ma'am?
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman.
Lebo, where are we with this, please?
Your Honor, I did have a discussion with Ms. Phillips. I did attempt to explain the importance of representation, why the court has asked that she have an attorney in this matter, as well as conveyed Mr. Barnett's offer. Ms. Phillips indicated to me that she still opposes having an attorney, additionally indicated to me that she is not at this time wanting to accept the offer of an expired plate.
Well, I think the offer was for a civil infraction of something different.
I believe was the civil plate infraction.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It's improper plate.
What was the offer again, Mr. Barnett?
It was the civil infraction of having an expired plate.
All right, thank you. And not the criminal, not the
Correct.
criminal infraction. Okay. So, Ms. Phillips, that's correct. You're rejecting that offer.
The offer of what? He didn't offer anything.
Ms. Phillips, he just told you that he's offering,
Am I not hearing something?
he just told you that he's offering you the civil infraction of expired plate as opposed to the criminal offense of expired plate. One carries
Okay,
a,
but according to the Supreme Court, traffic infractions are not a crime. The People versus Battle. So what criminal infraction? And I would just like for the case to be dismissed. One, because your who was it, Officer Hannah, and 3 more officers were surrounding my vehicle, pulling my door handles, threatening to pull me out of my vehicle.
Ms. Phillips, I'm going to advise
I don't
you
even
not
have the
discuss this
vehicle
further.
anymore.
This woman desperately needs an attorney right now. She's out here spilling key details that could easily sway a jury if this goes to trial, which it will. I get that she thinks she knows everything, but seriously, why not just pay the $175 ticket and move on with her life? It's such a small price to avoid all this unnecessary chaos. Sovereign citizens, man, they're just difficult. It's like they go out of their way to make things worse for themselves and everyone around them. This whole thing is such a waste of time. She could have just paid the ticket and been done with it. But nope. What do you guys think? Would you fight this hard over a ticket? Any sovereign citizens watching? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's dive back in.
what was
Okay,
your
so what's the
client
offer?
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna
tell him
keep going in
anything.
circles with you, ma'am. Mr. Lebo?
Right, y'all just hate to hear the truth. Y'all just want to do what y'all want to do.
Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling out in court, you've already been held in contempt before. I'm gonna hold you in contempt and give you 10 days in jail. Do you understand? Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client would want to do?
I do not, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with her, but she did not convey to me a desire to participate in that conversation.
All right, then if she's not telling you, I will set it for a trial date.
Ms. Phillips, Your Honor, I would perhaps ask the court to consider a competency referral.
Nothing is wrong with me, you all. I am perfectly fine. I can handle my own affairs. Nothing is wrong with me.
I see you're doing so well so far. You're almost going to jail on a traffic offense.
And I do want to know that I did attempt to explain to Ms. Phillips why her understanding of the case law regarding traffic offenses was inaccurate, but that was not a productive conversation.
I could see why it wasn't productive. So I don't know that she meets the level of incompetence to the standard that you're indicating. That if you want a referral, because you've talked to her and that's where you are, I will refer her for a competency. If she doesn't participate in that, then she'll be found in contempt or have to go to jail to get it done. So her behavior here today is obviously taking her down a very dark path. Hopefully she can change her mind and do something appropriate. So you either want to have a trial, ma'am, or you want to actually accept an offer. So those are your options.
We could take it to trial. We could take it to trial. We could take it to trial.
This jury trial is not going to end well for this woman. The jury is going to hear her talk for 5 minutes and immediately rule against her. It's like she's actively trying to lose. Not only is she making herself look ridiculous, but her arrogant, I know better than everyone attitude makes her completely unlikable. Seriously, when you walk into court with that kind of energy, you're basically sealing your own fate. The judge, the jury, and even the people watching at home are all thinking the same thing. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. I cannot wait to see how this plays out. Let me know if you guys want to see the jury trial once I post it. I can totally upload that for you, and I already know it's going to be a complete train wreck. That's going to wrap up this breakdown. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed this wild ride and want more reactions like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think she has any chance of winning this case? And what are your thoughts on Zoom court hearings? Personally, I think they're a total mess, constantly getting rescheduled and just straight up chaotic. But maybe that's just me? Anyway, That's it for this video. Thanks again for watching and take care.